Hello? Hello? Yan. Parang nawala ang aking camera. Wait lang, wait lang. Alright, so yan, we're live. So good afternoon, everyone. Again, this is our 6th day of our free live webinar. Grabe, ang bilis. 6 days na. Pang 6th day na. Okay, so last na to. So kung hindi ka pa nakahabol or hindi mo pa napanood kahit dun sa mga webinar natin for the week, sige, meron pa po kayong chance, okay, to join us this afternoon. So iba na naman yung oras natin ngayon. So ayan, sige, i-share nyo na po yung video, itong live webinar natin para naman mapanood din ng ating mga friends. Okay? So, excited na po ba kayo? Ayan, sa ating mga team live. Hello, good afternoon. Kamusta po? Okay, so we have Chris. Hi, Chris. Nakapag-live din. Okay, nakapag-join daw siya. Hi, Miss Rosaline. Okay. Hi, Miss Maribel. Good afternoon. Sige, please let me know saan po kayo nanonood ngayon. Are you in Cavite? Are you in Ilocos? Ayan, sige. Ayan. Alright. Yan. Sige, i-share nyo lang po yung mga friends nyo. Okay, sige. I guess we can start na. Ayan, si Miss Rosaline. Hello. Miss Mel, hello. Ayan, team live natin for this afternoon. Ayan, meron tayo from Cebu. Meron tayo from La Union. We have from Quezon City. We have from San Juan. Alright, we have from Caloocan, Zamboanga City, Antipolo. Okay, from Pasig. Hello. Ayan. Ayan, okay. So again, I just wanna say a quick announcement lang, okay, before ko po introduce ang ating speaker for this afternoon. So once again, our upcoming enrollment date for batch 2 of Rise Up Online Learning will be on Monday, April 25 hanggang 29. Okay, if you're interested in joining us, don't forget to actually sign up to our waiting list. So nandiyan naman yung link later. And then I just want to remind you as well of the replay. It will only be available until April 24. Okay, 24/11:59 p.m. To get additional 30-day access to the replay, make sure to answer the form on the comment section or go to this link. Ayan, ipa-flash naman dyan. Ayan. And you'll get an email with the replay links on April 25, 8 a.m. Alright? So again, this is our last webinar. Okay, ito na po. Ito na po ang huli. Alright, para din medyo makapagpahinga ang team. Okay? So again, if you want to get additional 30-day access dun sa mga replays for the past 6 days, ayan. Again, please answer the form on the comment section. Alright, so I guess we can start na. I'll introduce the speaker for this afternoon. So, Ms. Regina is an accountant serving her client as a CFO while enjoying her stay in Boracay. Okay, sino pa ako kasabing sana all? Yes, sana all. For months now, okay? So we also have him with us today. He's also an accountant handling project globally with his bookkeeping agency, the Joseph and Associates. So today they will be discussing the introduction to real estate, becoming a successful virtual bookkeepers for real estate industry, and the importance of real estate as part of your bookkeeping service. Diba? Exciting. So they're now actually one of the course creator and mentors in Rise Up Online Learning, an online program consisting of mini courses to help experienced virtual accountants and bookkeeper rise up to the next level with their chosen niche in bookkeeping. So if you're choosing real estate, okay, na niche, okay, ito yung mga mentors natin. So kung excited ka na, let's all welcome today's speaker, Regina M. Kim. Hi!
Hello!
Hello!
Hi, Kim! Hi, Regina!
Hello po!
Kamusta po? Ayan. Kim, ikaw, namiss kita eh. Parang tahimik ka lately eh.
Me? Oh, yeah. I was silent for, I think, for quite some time now already because there were a lot of stuffs going on and
Yes.
and
May
actually
mga
trying
changes.
to keep on track and get back on my feet again kasi dito sa natin sa real estate bookkeeping because I mean when it comes to freelancing this is actually my first love and it felt so
Mhm.
good.
Yes, yes.
Makabalik.
True, true. So, Miss Regina, kamusta ka naman diyan? Grabe
Okay,
nakaka-sana all ka talaga, 'di ba? Yung tara
yun
na.
naman. Okay naman
Expired
po,
yan ngayon.
ayun.
Sobrang expired yan ngayon.
Yes, balitaan ko
Ha?
nga.
Ano?
Inspired ka
Oh,
daw, madam. Ayan.
well, kasi syempre may dumating, may bisita ako ngayon.
Mm.
3 linggo siya dito. So, ayun.
Wow.
So, kumbaga, nakaka-inspire kasi, kumbaga, parang
Mm.
before, hindi, akala ko imposible na mabalance mo yung career, professional career, and then your love life. So, kumbaga, pwede naman pala. Diba? Pwede palang ganun. Kasi, kumbaga, how many years na ba? Parang
Hmm.
tagal-tagal. Tapos, I was too focused at work. And then, yeah, siguro lang, kumbaga, parang perfect timing din na
Mm.
parang feeling ko na prepared din ako. Yung
Mm.
mindset ko, tapos how to handle things with regards to work, and then yung personal life. But yeah,
Deserve mo 'yan, madam.
everyone
Deserve.
deserves to be
Deserve.
happy. Kumbaga,
Sige,
hindi
wag
naman,
kang pahuli.
yeah, everyone deserves to be happy. So, ang ano
Yeah.
ko lang naman is, kaya naman pala. Kumbaga, it can be
Yeah.
a balanced life naman.
Wow, wow, yes, oo naman. So ayan, sige po, hindi ko na po masyado tatagalin 'to. Thank you for sa konting oras ng pagtitsikha natin. So again, see you na lang later. So Kim and Regina, take it away.
Ay, iwan pala tayo.
Kaya niyo na 'yan.
Alright. Thank you so much, Coach
Thank
Shari.
you so much, Bro Shari.
Ayan, so tayo na, Reg.
Tayo na, Diyos ko.
Alright, so
Ito na to.
once again, once again, good afternoon to our viewers, our live audience for today. And you know what? This is really something that we have been looking forward for quite some time now. Launching for the second batch of RUOL, and I hope you guys will join us with the second batch. Our first batch has been it was a roller coaster ride in which we did have a lot of interaction with the students and enrollees as well. And, the goal naman talaga for this course is to help each other when it comes to real estate, accounting and bookkeeping. And Reg is here. I am here to discuss like an overview or introduction to real estate accounting and bookkeeping for the batch two. Though we already did this back in when was the last time we did this, Rich?
Yeah, I think on the
Last year.
first, last year then.
Last year to
Last year ba?
Pwede ba naman hula which month? Anyway, so I'm really happy to be back sa live sessions and I'm really excited to balita ko kasi doon sa waitlist daw, ang dami na daw nag-enroll. Not technically enrolled, but they're on the waitlist and they're really excited as well, just like us, to have the batch 2. And sabi namin kanina Reg na we will not make this live as as long as it is or as long as possible, but we'll keep it short and simple so that you'll have that excitement to be a part of our batch 2 enrollees.
Yes.
So without so much ado, again, we're here. Regina and I will be discussing an introduction to real estate accounting and bookkeeping, and later we will be having a question and answer portion. And yeah, I think that is it. I'll start sharing my screen. Okay. Happy weekend nga pala, no, sa mga viewers natin ngayon. And we're
Yeah.
really thankful that instead of, going outside, or maybe others are actually outside now, you still chose to join us this afternoon for this quick live. All right. So we will be discussing again introduction to real estate and accounting. So this will be just a preview of what you will be having on the course itself. sa RUOL. Again, the course itself, it's Rise Up Online Learning course. And then one of the lessons in there is our niche, Niraj, which is real estate accounting and bookkeeping.
Yes.
All right. So let's start. Introduction to Real Estate and Bookkeeping. In this course, we will be discussing what is real estate, and others may think that real estate is this and that, but we'll be giving you clarity as to what really real estate is. So we will be also discussing what are the different types of real estate. Of course, it's really somehow beneficial for us to start with real estate accounting and bookkeeping if we do know what are the different types of real estate. So just in case if we do have DCs or shall I say discovery calls, you know how to explain well, and somehow your prospect will get confidence in you and trust you that you are well versed when it comes to this niche. Why choose real estate as a niche for bookkeepers and accountants? So bakit nga ba real estate? We do have a lot of niches. We do have e-commerce, real estate. We have construction accounting. What else? Crypto. Madami na din, di ba, Reg?
Yes,
Nagkakaroon ng
yes,
mga
very
clients when it comes to crypto industry. Aside from
yes.
that, we have digital marketing and
Yes, true.
service-based
Digital
businesses.
advertising companies. Yeah.
Right. There are a lot, and we will be discussing that one later. What do I need to learn to land jobs for real estate? This is really something that we do specialize as well with Reg, because we want you guys to win, not just us, but also to share to other people that there's a lot more out there. All right. So we will know also how much is the average earning for real estate bookkeepers. Hindi nyo na malayan, bilyonaryo na pala to si Regina.
Nga,
Diba?
malayo pa ako doon.
So, you know,
Mukhang malayo pa.
we never know how much yung possible earnings when you go with the real estate bookkeeping. It's really exciting. Later, we'll get to know that and what are the tools as well and softwares used for real estate accounting. These are there are quite a number of tools and softwares when it comes to real estate accounting, and it's just that we somehow specialize. Lalo na si Regina, may mga tools and software siya na mas gabay niya, and me too. I have preferred tools and softwares, although we are not familiar with the rest, but of course we will try our best to at least contribute to something that you actually need. So yan yung introduction natin. Right? Okay. So what is real estate? It is one of the most lucrative but complex business industry in the market. Lucrative in a sense na um, sabi nila madami daw pera. Madami daw pera sa real estate accounting and bookkeeping, but having said that, it's not just we're about the money itself, but it's of course the quality of the service that we are providing to our clients, and that's where we have that's something that we have to be prioritizing, of course, right? So complex in a way that there are a lot of types of real estate. So the industry itself is quite leave it alone. It's quite complex, honestly. And in the market kasi, if you see if you're familiar with lalo na sa US, if you're familiar with the real estate market sa US, California is the number one state when it comes to real estate market. And sometimes kasi sa buhay natin, kapag nabili na natin lahat ng mga bagay na gusto natin, parang there's that fulfillment if you do have that asset, just like real estate assets, di ba? So dun sa US, it's one of things that people are really into. Meron mga nagba-buy and sell ng mga properties, mga ganyan. So nag-flipping, and there's a lot more that could make you money. Sometimes we say that we can actually live without money. Literally, we can, because we have we can eat naman mga gulay. Kung nagtatanim lang tayo lahat, di ba, ganyan. But to think that almost everything today binibili talaga, lalo na kapag you are in a highly urbanized cities, wala ka namang garden doon. So you have to have something in you, like money. So it's really something that we have to be um, thoughtful or considerate kasi ang asset talaga natin is hindi yung dapat magkakaroon tayo ng mga assets, hindi liabilities. If you know what I mean, of course. Accountants who are viewers today, you'll get my point, of course. And real estate, by the way, and real property can be sometimes used interchangeably, but they are totally different in meaning. Right? So, real estate is a term that refers to the physical land, structures, and resources attached to it. That's basically self-explanatory. And on the other hand, real property includes the physical property of the real estate, but it expands its definition to include a bundle of ownership and usage rights. So let's make this one clear. Ang real estate is the physical land itself. Alright? So yung lupa mismo na tinatayuan ng property. So the property na tinayo mo doon, yun yung real property. Okay? So okay, expands its definition include a bundle of ownership and usage, right? So you can never say this is your property if you don't have like a proof of ownership and the usage rights, something ganyan. So that's basically it. Sometimes in layman's term, you can actually explain that one: real estate and real property. So everyone can have maybe real estate, but not everyone can have real property. Okay, let's get to the logic of it. In general, by the way, the idea of real estate encompasses real property, but from a legal perspective, the distinction is very important. That's why it's really important for us accountants and bookkeepers to know the difference between the two because they cannot be used interchangeably, right? So real property consists of both the physical objects and of course the common law rights, while the real estate only consists of the physical objects. All right, I hope that makes everything clear between the two, and the next slide will be discussed by Reg. Go ahead, Reg.
Yeah. So, there are actually different types of real estate. As you can see, kumbaga, parang nabanggit nga namin, this is actually a very lucrative industry, and it also, coupled with complexities, because akala kasi natin na real estate is just um a small industry, but it is actually a big industry, and there are different types of real estate. Like for example, we also have the residential real estate. So these are commonly like for the foreign markets, like for example, yung mga taga US, they usually call the residential, it can be like a single family homes, and then it can be also tagged as a multi-family. So pag sinabi mo kasing single family homes, ito yung mga parang single attached or single attached na mga homes na kumbaga own, based do sa ownership ng mga real estate owners. And then multi-family homes, parang ito yung mga parang mga complexes, yung mga apartments na or isang compound. So ganun yung multi-family homes sa US. And sa local naman, sa settings ng local, we also have the like residential condo units. So sa mga condo units kasi puwede kasing yung 'di ba ngayon meron tayong mga difference sa mga real estate big companies or mga real estate players like DMCI, SMDC. So sila yung mga nando'n sa wholesale. Meron naman yung mga iba na nasa property management. Like for example, they already developed the building. So turnover na nung property. So yung mga nakabili ng property na yun, that can be, the owners or the kumbaga yung nakabili ng mga units, they have the options to do it like they can reside on that property, or they can rent it out, or um parang tawag doon, yung parang ipapa Airbnb nila. So yun yung mga sakop ng real estate. So, kaya medyo malawak siya. And then yun nga, meron din mga properties na ginagawang Airbnb, yung mga real estate, residential real estate na ginagawang Airbnb or short-term, short rental stays, yung mga ganon. Sa commercial real estate naman, we're speaking about yung mga, kumbaga, buildings and lands, which actually includes of the office building. So makikita nyo naman yan halos lahat sa mga business districts. If I'm speaking about the office buildings, so it's actually transcends to the business district like BGC, Makati. So yung mga yan, and then other places na kumbaga nando sa what they call like a central business district. So yun, kumbaga yung mga buildings doon, this is actually kumbaga pwede nila ipa-rent as an office space. So kumbaga nandun yung mga commercial real estate. And then there also like yung mga um way ng ginagawa ng SMDC na kumbaga mga malalaking hotels. So yan, mga commercial yan. And then pwede rin yung mga industrial properties. Tapos yung mga student housing. Kasi alam ko ngayon, nakita ko, meron ako nakita sa bandang Manila, lalo na yung mga malalapit sa mga university belt. They're also, having this like a student housing. And even in US, what I remember nung sa dati kong company na kumbaga Australian company siya na meron silang maven houses na sinasabi na kumbaga ito yung mga maven houses na to, ito yung mga parang um, hina-house para sa mga dormitories type siya sa mga students. They call it like a maven houses. So, tapos yung mga senior housing, ganyan. At saka, mga data centers and farmland, that is actually called as a commercial real estate. So, kumbaga, kasi tayo parang commonly, ako kasi, ang experience ko kasi is heavily on the property management. Pero yung like ito, like yung mga commercial real estate, hindi ko pa yan talaga nagkakaroon ako ng big experience. Pero I have the previous experience when I work with a local real estate company in Makati. Nagpaparent kami doon sa mga call center companies. So, yung isang building nila, that is actually for commercial. So, pinaparent yon sa mga, like for example, a client namin, Alorica. So, syempre, magkano monthly rent nila for the building? It's like around 15 million or think mga
Yeah.
15 million
Oh,
a month.
yes.
Because they, isang buong building yung, kumbaga, yung isang buong building ni-rent nung Alorica. So, they're paying us before like 15,000 a month. Ay, 15 million a month. Yeah. Yan yung ano niya. So, ganun yung mga sa mga commercial real estate. When we say naman mga industrial real estate, is actually focused on the manufacturing buildings. So mga property like mga warehouses, so tsaka yung mga ginagawang storage, production, tsaka yung mga sa distribution ng goods. Possibly parang yung mga katulad ng mga yung like for example, yung Amazon, 'di ba, may mga warehouses 'yan. So, kumbaga ganun pwedeng kasi you have a big property that you wanted to rent it out as part of your warehousing or storage. So, yun papasok yun sa industrial real estate. And then there's also yung mga land and vacant lands na kumbaga raw lands to na pwedeng ibenta or parang ipapibenta mo yung rights or mga farms and then yung ranches or yung mga undeveloped pa na mga property, mga lupa na binibenta. Like for example, I heard yung sa bandang Rizal, marami diyan ng mga properties na binibenta na parang undeveloped land. Tapos ikaw na bahala na magko-convert ba nito is either you want it to build a commercial real estate there or commercial na gagawin mong parang business type na property or it can be turned into residences. So parang ganun yung ano niya. So kumbaga kung iniisip niyo na baka naman limited yung chance ko na makaland ako ng jobs for as a real estate bookkeeper. Isipin mo na lang po yung lahat ng mga real estate types. You can actually kumbaga choose a lot. There's a really a vast opportunities. Kaya kumbaga kung sasabihin mo ay teka baka maling beach yung napasok ko na real estate kasi wala akong makitang clients. Ito lang makikita nyo yan. I-tag nyo lang yan sa researches nyo sa Google. I-Google nyo ano yung mga states na merong mga nag-o-offer ng ganyan. So, kumbaga, there are a lot of opportunities. All you have to do is to do a detailed research. Kasi tayo naman, we need to become resourceful in order for us to land jobs. Kasi, kung hindi naman, kumbaga, ito yun lang na parang, if we already tried our best to do na mag-connect, research or ganyan, tapos wala pa rin nangyayari, teka lang, baka kailangan mo tignan sang areas ka nagfo-focus. Kasi dito ang dami na marami ka na pwedeng tingnan. Residential pa lang, marami na. And kung sasabihin mo local, marami. Local pa lang dito, sa Pilipinas pa lang marami ng puwede kang makuha. Kasi may mga nagre-real estate agent din na puwede mong maging kliyente. And then another one is yung commercial. Kasi ito yun kung mag-ano ka ang daming ano, regions. We have AU, US, um, EMEA, yung mga European, Middle East, Asia, and then Philippines. Sa atin, sa lokal lang. So, kumbaga, there are vast opportunities. All we need to do is to get into our hands into the Google, kumbaga, site, search. Yun, makikita mo na, everything is there. So, kumbaga, parang sa akin, libre ang mag-research. All you need is to really go on what do you need to do, what type of industries do you want to work with. So yun lang naman. Okay, move on tayo sa next slide, Kim. Yeah. So why real estate accounting is very important. So kasi kumbaga dahil nga sinasabi nga namin complex talaga ang real estate. So hindi siya yung kumbaga yung straight through process na kumbaga um debit credit, bookkeeping debit credit. Kasi parang ibig sabihin, akala nila kasi bookkeeping debit credit yan. Or we need to remember that bookkeeping is the start of everything for accounting. So bookkeeping is the kumbaga heart siya yung heart ng accounting process eh. So everything that you do as a bookkeeper, sa start pa lang, pag mali na yan, it transcends everything na. So, kumbaga, dapat we need to understand how real estate accounting plays an important part in the business growth of the real estate. Kasi pag halimbawa, akala mo bookkeeping entry, di mo inaral ganyan, tapos book ka lang ng book. Sabi kasi na bookkeeping entry is data entry. Not necessarily, because we need to understand the GAAP, the generally accepted accounting principles. Although ito kasi parang marami akong mga kakilala na wala naman talaga silang accounting background, but they land real estate accounting jobs because they have to build themselves from the ground. Yung pinaka-core, which is kumbaga um, uh, yung ating kumbaga yung theories, yung theoretical background ng accounting. Kasi if you have the principles itself, naintindihan mo yung flow ng accounting, ano yung parang impact. Kasi we always need to remember one transaction, how it impacts your financials. Kasi sunod-sunod yan eh. Parang domino effect yan na pag magkamali ka ng bookkeeping mo, ng data entry mo, magkakamali yan sa trial balance, magkakamali yan sa financial reporting mo, magkakamali yan sa financial analysis. So, kumbaga, it's a domino effect. So, kumbaga, kung ikaw as a real estate accountant, you're doing your diligence work and understand everything within the platform of the real estate, mabibigyan mo ng justice yung numbers na pine-present mo sa mga owners. Kasi you have to be a reliable accountant or bookkeeper para maintindihan ng owner anong numbers to. Kasi pwedeng kumbaga magaling sila sa sales. Kasi most of the owners that I know, they are actually on the marketing side and then the selling side. But then they don't really dwell into the financial side. So that's why sometimes doon sila nagkakaproblema. Paano nila i-interpret yung number na lumalabas dun sa financials. Kasi all they know, akala nila profit and loss, profit sila, profitable yung business. But then, pag tinitignan mo na yung balance sheet nila, may problema pala ang balance sheet. Ang dami palang mga uncollected rents. Meron palang problema dun sa mga missing rents. So, kumbaga, akala nila all they know na okay, nagre-record naman kami ng rental income. Pero bakit wala kaming cash flow, wala kaming cash, sunog ang cash. So kumbaga it's very important that they understand the dynamics of the financials, of how the bookkeeping interplays with the accounting process and how it interprets into the financial reporting process. Kasi if we understand the whole accounting process, we are we will be in a position to help those real estate business owners to run their business more effectively. And then second, because real estate accounting is an important part of the business, we can actually help the business to track and manage the expenses accordingly, and enables the owners na identify if the business is really making profit, or which properties are actually working well. Because as you can see sa real estate, um each of the properties are tied, kumbaga like kung nag-expand ka ng businesses, if you're doing a bookkeeping, syempre dapat kung ano yung expense nun, it should be tied to the right property. So that in the event that you're gonna sell your property, you will be able to know how much are you going to sell the property. Eh kung wala kang tamang recording nung kada property ng mga expenses mo, how would you know if that property will be sold on a reasonable price, and if the owner will be having a gain or loss on those selling point. Kasi kung hindi mo alam yan, hindi mo na-record ng tama na, kailangan ko palang i-allocate to sa tamang property. Eh, binubuk mo lang siya ng binubuk, hindi mo, hindi mo nire-reclassify where yung ano yung tamang classification niya, kung tama bang itong sa property na to, or ito ba dapat sa ano. Kasi pag magkamali ka pa lang ng isang classification sa isang expenses mo, or any even revenue itself, magkakaroon na ng problema sa financial reporting mo. Hindi mo na malalaman kung ito ba property ko, kumikita ba to. Actually, isa yun sa mga naging leverage ko nung time na nasa real estate ako, na talagang kasi I have to make it a point to that the owner itself understands yung accounting. Lalo kasi they need to understand what particular accounting method that they're gonna use. Like, are they going to use cash basis of accounting, or are they going to use accrual? And since I told them that since we are in a property management, there is an expected monthly income that should be arriving in your bank account. If you're not going to record it at the accrual basis, magkakaroon tayo ng problema sa revenue recognition. Because if you're using the cash basis of accounting only, then definitely it will become a problem in the future. Probably it can save you on the tax savings itself, but however, in the profitability of the company, it will not help. Because what if nagkaroon ng problema do sa collection? Inallocate mo, revenue pala yun ng past month, tapos ngayon lang nagbayad. So, dapat yun may recognition ka na ng late payment charges. Hindi mo ni-recognize. So, in that level pa lang, may problema na yung ano mo, yung financial reporting mo, kasi may missing payments ka na from the past months. Akala mo revenue mo yung for that month, kasi nga cash basis yung ginamit mo. And then all along, may missing pala. Ganun nang nangyari sa isang client ko before, na kumbaga yung dating bookkeeper, book lang siya ng book, lahat ng matanggap na money, binubook lang, kung ano yung matanggap, yun yung nire-record as revenue, without knowing na ito dapat ang proper revenue recognition. So when I audited it, problema sila. And then I had to call all the tenants to ensure na, oy, nagbayad ba kayo? Kasi ito sinasabi ng libro namin, hindi kayo bayad eh. And then it appears na sabi nung tenant, uy, bayad kami kasi ganito binigay sa amin na what do you call that, na account is ganun. Yung pala nagka-fraud na. As an accountant, as a bookkeeper, it is our role to, kumbaga, safeguard the assets of the company. Hindi lang tayo dito para mag-bookkeeping lang, mag-data entry. We have to think above of that. Kasi ang role natin as a bookkeeper and accountant is to check, is this really accurate? Are the data that is being presented to us when we're doing the bank reconciliation is really tied to what is in the real sense of everything. Kasi doon mo palang mahuhuli, may makikita ka na hindi ito kailangan na CPA ka or ano ha. Kasi kailangan mo maintindihan yung GAAP. Kailangan maintindihan mo yung principles behind everything. Kasi para maintindihan mo na tama ba itong ginagawa ko, how would I be able to tell them that no, there is something wrong with your accounting process because you are recording it on a cash basis, and then there we have a problem. You have been exposed to a fraud because all along you're knowing na you are receiving the right revenue, and then boom, hindi pala. So, kumbaga na-expose mo nagkaroon ng exposure sa fraud. Dun ka na ngayon, kumbaga parang ang hirap din kasi matanggap ng minsan ng owner na, ay, nagka-fraud kami, wala kayong kaalam-alam, may fraud na pala. 'Di ba? Parang kumbaga it's very very important na ita-track talaga siya, and yung kumbaga ito bang expense na 'to naka-tied up ba? Kaninong property 'to naka-tied up? Para malaman natin if magbebentahan na tayo is tamang revenue yung nire-record natin, at saka tamang capital gains and yung baga gains or loss yung nire-record. And then another thing why real estate is important is that it will enable the business owners to compare their financial performance on a timely basis. Like for example, you want to compare from year to year, month on month, quarterly. So you will know, teka lang, kulang tayo ng cash flow na ganito. So you can become a better advisor for them. Kasi yun ang importante na hindi lang tayo nagbo-bookkeeping. Nakikita nila na, teka lang, may problema kasi yung libro ninyo. Kasi ito yung binibigay sa akin, tapos nanghihingi kayo sa akin ng cash flow, wala na kayong cash. Yung mga tipong ganon. So dapat yun, importante na makapagbigay rin tayo sa kanila ng estimated cash flow, paano, kasi ito yun kahit hindi ka naman talaga tax preparer, kung meron kayong, like for example, hindi ako tax preparer. I have a third party from the US who does our taxes. So ako ang ginagawa ko is talaga to really prepare the financials. And then magko-collaborate kami ng aming tax accountant para we need to understand na, oy, teka, you need to adjust this in your books kasi ito yung makakatulong for their tax savings. So, kung baga ganun yung collaboration. Pero, kahit hindi ka tax preparer, naiintindihan mo yung flow nung ginagawa sa taxes kasi alam mo kung saan sila makaka-cost save para makaka-lessen ng taxes. And then, another thing is that kumbaga, kung maayos yung ginagawa natin, magkakaroon tayo ng kumbaga way to pay our vendors on a timely basis. And another thing is that sa real estate kasi syempre most of the time may mga cases like I've experienced a lot na nagkakaroon ng parang refinancing na sinasabi. So, tsaka yung mga mortgages ng mga property. Kasi it's like for example, kailangan nilang kumuha ng kumbaga parang cash funding. So, in order for them to have the cash funding, kailangan maayos yung financial reporting. Kasi paano sila makaka-loan sa bangko kung hindi sila capable yung kumbaga if the financial appears is not in a good position for them to be refinanced. So, syempre, mahirap yun dahil kailangan para in order for you to have a good refinancing deal, dapat profitable yung company. Dapat nakikita sa financial yan na, okay, profit. Anong relevance niyan sa balance sheet mo? Dapat wala ka masyadong accounts receivable, wala ka masyadong utang. At saka dapat makikita doon na, kumbaga, kasi dapat the performance of your profit and loss should jive with your account, with your balance sheet. Kasi pag meron yung disconnect, teka lang, may problema yung financials mo. Like for example, you are showing a good income or income position for the profit and loss. But when we look into your balance sheet, it appears na, teka lang, high flowing yung iyong accounts receivable. So, ibig sabihin, maraming uncollectible. So, paano kayo magkakaroon ng cash flow kung hindi nako-collect yun ng maayos? In the same way, like for example, if it reflects a high volume or of your accounts payable. So, ibig sabihin, paano mo mababayaran yung mga utang mo or maglo-loan ka pa kung marami ka ng utang, 'di ba? So, syempre, it's something that the investors or the creditors would also look into. Kasi paano nila ma-justify na kailangan natin ma-approve to sa refinancing kasi nga syempre maganda pero kung hindi yun nagma-match yung profit and loss mo tsaka yung balance sheet and even your cash flow, I don't think the banks or the creditors will be able to approve any refinancing or kumbaga loans possible kung ganyan na hindi maayos yung financial. So kumbaga ang role natin as a bookkeeper is to ensure that the company has a capability to do a refinancing if in case that they will be needing money to defray other operational expenses, or there will be like future projects for the company. So yun yung importante do sa real estate accounting. Not only to do the bookkeeping, it's one part, but then these are the more major important that a bookkeeper should really focus into. Yun. So, next slide, Kim. Ikaw na yan.
Oo nga pala, nakadalawa ka. Alright, so why real estate as a niche? Ito yung question kanina from the first few slides. Why do we have to choose real estate as your niche? I mean, we are not, we're not forcing you to choose real estate as your niche because, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of niches out there, and it will depend on which niche you are most comfortable with, and kung saan kumbaga yung nagamay mo na. It just so happened that me and Reg had a background of real estate, and when we ventured into freelancing, mas pinili namin na magkaroon talaga ng real estate clients. And eventually people, I mean, prospects or clients that we've had nag-reach out sa amin, and they are real estate folks. So it's a good thing. It's somehow the reason why we do have a niche. I mean, other people, lalo na yung mga other accountants and bookkeepers, they don't care whatever clients that they have. They acquire clients as much as they can, and it's fine. Nothing against that. It's just that other people also prefer to have their niche. The reason why we do have niche is that mas specific yung mas catered, mas streamlined yung processes, because from one client to another you're able to establish already a process that could benefit all your clients. So ako specifically nagkaroon ako personally nagkaroon ako ng clients for a real estate in UK, also in Australia, Canada, and US. We do follow GAP, and it's something that kapag meron kang niche, hindi ka tawag dito, hindi ka malilito as to how you treat transactions like this and like that, kasi nagkakaroon ka ng um, tawag dito, nagkakaroon ka ng consistency yung nare-register sa utak mo when it comes to doing a niched property, I mean sorry, niched accounting and bookkeeping. So as mentioned, real estate is a lucrative but complex niche. And nevertheless, it offers vast opportunities to those aspiring bookkeepers and accountants. Vast in a way that halos every country, every region, nagkakaroon talaga ng real estate transactions. And it is somehow very important, a necessity for a real estate business to have an accountant or a bookkeeper on the team. And a lot of real estate business owners need good and experts in accounting to help them in streamlining their financial data. Because, lalo na for example, yung mga nasa buy and sell, na mga real estate business or industry, it would be hard for them to track all the expenses daily, lalo yung mga daily expenses like sa mga rentals, like may mga repairs and maintenance, nagkakaroon ng mga utilities, mga ganyan. So if ikaw na nagkakaroon ng rental business, your tenants won't be happy if napuputulan na pala sila ng kuryente kasi hindi na babayaran. So yun, it's like the AP, AR, the general accounting transactions would be better. It would be better. Definitely the best talaga pag nagkakaroon tayo ng sariling accountant or bookkeeper sa business natin. And based on the Allied Market Research, this is the current status for US real estate in residential. Okay? So, parang, well, diba, if you're a business owner and you want to focus on something that you want, like for example, you really want your business to grow, I don't think so that it is beneficial for you to sabihin natin nagtitipid ka and you don't want to hire folks on your team yet. But to think that you're focusing on the growth of your business, but then again, you are doing the bookkeeping on the side daily yan ah. Ang dami ko nakakausap ng mga prospects and yung mga naging clients ko na it was really a hassle thing for them to manage both. Focusing on things that make the business grow and also doing the accounting and bookkeeping on the side. That's really something that's not ideal. So that's why they really need us in choosing real estate as a niche for accounting and bookkeeping is really somehow beneficial, and of course tayo din yung makikinabang kasi hinahanap nila tayo. So, how big is the US residential real estate market? So, ito pa lang, sa question lang na to, nagkakaroon tayo ng pwede natin gawing basis as to how important it is, or how um, on demand yung mga real asset accountants and bookkeepers. So the residential real estate market size was valued at 8.8567.4 billion in 2019 and is expected to reach 12 billion by 2027. Imagine the drastic change. Like there's already a 4 billion gap, and um, registering a CAGR of 9% from 2020 to 2027. The market includes buying and selling of residential properties such as flats, bungalows, and villas. So, if you're really a fan of Hollywood, kung napapansin mo, yung mga artista, yung mga Hollywood A-listers, say Pierce Brosnan. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if everyone's familiar with Pierce Brosnan. Idol ko na James Bond 007. So,
Yes.
si Pierce Brosnan, mahilig siya sa real estate, and nag-ano din siya, nag-involve siya yung parang what's good with sa real estate, what's good if you are a public figure is that madali siyang ibenta because Pierce Brosnan live there, parang ina-acquire siya, like ina-acquire siya, binibili siya ng mga buyers, of course, para once na ibenta nila, para nagkakaroon ng upgraded value because someone famous lived there. And even the Kardashians, they have a lot of real estate properties, and parang once there is a property na binibenta nila, pinag-aagawan because pag binili mo yung property nila and then binenta mo siya, you can actually add millions on top of the buying price, of the purchase price. It's because of how valuable that one in the market, because someone famous has lived there. So ganyan ka nagkakaroon ng parang, alam nga naman, binili mo siya ng $20 million, and then ibebenta mo siya ng 25. So it makes sense kasi parang, yeah, I purchased this one. I have the documents. I purchased this one for $20 million, and I'm selling this one for 25 because of the renovations that I did for the house or for this property and everything. But it would be impossible for, I don't think it makes sense if you're buying something that's worth $20 million and then you're selling it for for 15 million. Ano to? Dami mong pera, okay sa'yo ng loss. So, parang ganyan. Kaya nagkakaroon talaga ng malaking market ang real estate. It's because never siyang never siyang, yung value niya is ano talaga, pa-increase talaga yung value. Although the property itself, we have depreciation, mga something ganyan, but they are considered naman once we do the buy and sell aspect or the business itself. So that's why real estate is really something na parang I don't think magkakaroon ng problems. Even during the pandemic,
Yes.
um, we thought na magkakaroon ng downward
Downside. Oo.
slope
Trend.
yung trend, yung real estate niche. Actually, kabaliktaran. Because there were a lot of buying and selling that took place during the pandemic. Natuwa nga ako kasi yung 2020 ata yun. Parang, sabi, ay, dami clients ah. Kasi maraming nag-reach out kasi they're planning to sell this property because once they have the proceeds, they're gonna buy another property. Parang ganyan. Kasi hindi man, people that time were in their houses,
Yes.
thinking of what to buy, thinking of what to sell, something like that. So it's really fun in the real estate niche.
Yeah.
So next tayo. So if you can see in the graph that we have here, this is the current trend in the global real estate. So may nakikita ka bang pababa, di ba? Spaghetti pataas tayo. So yeah, if we can see on 2015, nag-increase talaga siya ng 2016 and even the next year. So this is the global real estate market analysis. It's not just I don't think that this is just for US kasi global yung research na ginawa natin. So this is the entire, like, whatever happened sa Asia, sa Europe, sa Canada, sorry, sa Australia, um, and mostly sa US na super active yung real estate market, nagkakaroon talaga siya ng increase in each year, and we are actually expecting or forecasting that in the next years to come, it will
Yeah.
always be an upward trend,
Yeah. In
right?
addition to
So,
that, ano, Kim, yun
mhm,
nga, kasi kumbaga, I'll take an example na lang sa Philippines. Kasi 'di
mm,
ba, despite and in spite of what happened to the pandemic for 2 years, 'di ba, 2 years, marami
mhm,
pa ring nag-develop na mga industries rito,
exactly.
mga
Mhm.
condos, mga houses. Kasi kumbaga hindi naman kumbaga a pandemic would not really stop businesses. Although kumbaga at some point it impacted, but then it's not something that drastically downward trend. Hindi talaga siya nagganon. Parang kumbaga maraming pang naging opportunities na ang daming naghahanap ng mga kumbaga maraming trabaho sa real estate nung time
Right.
na ano kasi like for example, during that time I also bought a condo. So kumbaga hindi nagkaroon ng problema yung pandemic para makabili ng property yung mga tao kasi kumbaga nagbaba din yung market, yung selling price
Yes.
kasi kumbaga parang
Exactly.
inisip din nila na okay baka kasi syempre yung nagsisave din yung mga tao, 'di ba? Naiintindihan natin yung type na yun na parang yung thinking ng mga tao kailangan namin mag-save so hindi lalabas ang pera. Pero come to think of it, lumabas pa rin yung pera, ang dami pa rin nag-invest sa real estate So, buhay
Lumabas
pa rin
ang pera
talaga
ni
ang
Reg.
real estate, 'di ba? Ano?
Lumabas ang pera mo.
Ha?
Sabi ko, sabi ko lumabas ang pera mo, napabili ka tuloy
Hindi,
ng kondo.
may nakabili talaga ako, pero at some point kumbaga malaking bagay yun kasi kumbaga hindi siya nagtaas masyado. Kumbaga
Mhm.
nabili ko siya on na tamang value lang,
Naging,
yeah.
naging advantage tuloy, no? Yung
Oo,
nangyaring
naging
pandemic.
advantage siya
Kasi
kasi
nagbabaan.
kumbaga naging parang yung iba naging selling like a hotcakes nga sabi nila kasi yung mga condo units talagang ang daming nagse-sell out. Sa Pilipinas pa lang 'to, what more pa if you're targeting the foreign markets pa, 'di ba?
Right.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, that was for the global trend, and this one is for the U.S. real estate market itself. So medyo focus to siya sa real estate. So if you can see, naka-color coding siya. Residential will be the blue one and the dark blue, and then we have commercial for the sky. No, no, it's not. What kind of blue is this? Ito yung sky blue, di ba? I don't know. This is sky
Yeah,
blue and this is baby blue.
yeah.
And nako, mahirap to sa mga color coding.
Lavender,
We have
purple.
lavender and then purple. So if you
Yeah.
can see, lahat ng aspeto na nasa real estate market, lahat sila nagsitaasan. Wala kang makikita dito na ano. So if you can see sa residential pa lang, hindi ganun ka yung change, but if you'll notice, nagkakaroon pa siya ng increase. Hindi man ganun ka super laki ng increase. Unlike, let's see, ano saan ba dito yung yung increase? I think the industrial, yeah, medyo mas ano, the futuristic pala to na forecast kasi nasa 2022 na tayo, and then the forecast is malamang futuristic. The forecast actually is for 2023 until 2030. So kung napapansin nyo, um, mas mas grabe yung increase ng industrial real estate compared to residential. Um, Saglit na, I'm checking. Industrial is the sky blue. Yeah, baby blue and commercial. Here. Okay. So, kung napapansin niyo guys, sa real estate market talaga, may it be building, may it be land, lahat sila nagkakaroon talaga ng appreciation each year because the fact itself na kung napapansin niyo, even dito sa atin sa local, kung napapansin, if you do have a land ngayon, pag binili mo siya like ng 15,000 per square meter, today I don't think so that it will be the same value the next 5 years. Yung 15,000 square meters na yan, magkakaroon yan there is a big possibility na by 2025, nasa 30,000 square meters na yan. And nasa 30,000 per square meter na yan. So it's really something na pagdating sa real estate market, hindi mo siya, parang nagkakaroon ka ng confidence to get involved because yung how money works. Who is the most who is the richest man in the Philippines today? 'Di ba? Manny Villar.
Yes.
Ano yung business na nasan siya ngayon?
Real
Di ba?
estate.
Real estate, di ba? It's because pagdating kasi sa real estate, yung iba naman makonsider na sometimes lugi ako ngayon. But generally talaga, you'll really uh, financially you'll really grow. And you know, advantage yun sa mga accountants and bookkeepers because business owners tend to look for folks who can assist them when it comes
Yeah.
to accounting and bookkeeping. Okay? Any other thing that you'll want to add, Reg?
Yeah, yung sa akin kasi like for example yung sa isang client ko, local to dati na nasa corporate pa ako before. They've been a player na for the real estate 40 years in the business and until now as a business pa rin sila 40 years. So it's a family corporation na nag-start lang sa buy and sell lang dati ng bahay and lupa. Tapos hanggang sa halos ang dami na nilang properties. So, kumbaga, may sarili silang building na hindi to ano hindi to mga tipong mga C, mga ganyan. Hindi siya ka-level ng gano'n. Pero, kumbaga 40 years na and still going strong. Pero kasi, yun, I mean, another topic naman yun sa ano. Pero the point is, they've been a player for the real estate industry for as a local parang owner 40 years in the business, more than 40 years na sa business. So, kumbaga, parang I don't think na real estate would, go, kumbaga, it's so stable na hindi ka talaga mawawalan ng kliyente. Kasi ang dami marami at marami talagang mga nagsusulputang mga uh, real estate industry, real estate players na DMCI, SMDC, may mga marami pang mga maliliit na parang tas may mga real estate agents na yung mga agents sa US akala nyo hindi nangangailangan ng mga accountants yan. Kailangan din ng mga accountants ang mga at saka bookkeeper ang real estate agents. Kasi they also have to recognize their kumbaga yung financials nila as a real estate agent. So they also the real estate agents are also a good or broker are also good markets for real estate for the accountants as well. Yeah. So hindi lang to sa mga companies or ano siya uh, pati real estate broker kailangan din ng bookkeeper or accountant. So you can also target those possible clients. So I think
Right?
we need to go to the other slide na.
Pinapindot pala ako isa.
Yeah.
So, what are the prerequisites in order to land real estate clients? So, I may have this, Reg, and then you'll have for, sige, ikaw? Yeah, you can go with the first two. Ako na
Okay.
lang
So
sa
ito
third.
yung mga parang prerequisites natin or what is needed in order for you to land real estate clients. So actually, I would say na ito, in my own opinion to pero baka kasi mamaya merong sasabihin nyo hindi, baka mali. Pero
Trigger.
kumbaga, correct me if I'm wrong, pero kumbaga sa akin kasi I'm basing it based on my experience. So it is not really a full requirement that one should be an accounting graduate or a certified bookkeeper with, QuickBooks Pro Advisor, whatever. So to get the real estate. Actually, ako naman, I would say na my background talaga is accountant. So, accounting ako for 17 years. So, probably, yung aking experience from the corporate side helped me out in order for me to land real estate clients. Pero, I would say to you, na marami talagang nag-evolve na mga hindi naman talaga bookkeepers, but they are landing jobs for real estate. So it's not necessarily that you should be an accountant or accounting graduate or a certified bookkeeper. It would just be an added bonus but not really a requirement. So para lang magkaintindihan tayo kasi yung iba ito lang na experience ko. I'm not downsizing some other people na meron silang QBO advisor, pero they don't know how kumbaga parang ito kasi marami kasi iba na iniisip nila, meron akong QBO Pro Advisor
Certificate.
certification, makakakuha na ako. Okay, possible, pwede. Pero marami pa rin hindi nakakakuha kasi pag tinatanong na ng clients kung ano yung kailangan, hindi na makasagot. They can only brag their pro advisor certificate or whatever certificate that they have, but if you don't understand what the client needs from you or help, how would you be able to help them? So it's not really something prerequisite na kailangan ako. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, importante maintindihan mo yung basic, yung fundamentals, yung basic accounting, debit, credit, ano yung essence niyan para ma-translate mo yan into a financial and into a financial analysis. Kasi pag hindi mo naiintindihan yung galaw niyan, kahit na certified ka pa, kahit na CPA ka pa, kahit na ano ka pa, walang sense yan. Hindi ko sinasabing sensible yung hindi sense, walang sense yung iba. Baka ma-quote unquote ako ha. I'm just saying it na hindi siya full requirement. Pwede kang makaland ng job kahit hindi ka accounting graduate, kahit hindi ka certified bookkeeper. As long as you understand how the fundamentals of accounting would form or would play part on your serving as a real estate bookkeeper. Kasi ako hindi rin ako certified Pro Advisor. I would tell you, wala akong QuickBooks Pro Advisor certification. Hindi pa ako kumukuha kasi wala pa akong time. Pero kumbaga, I'm trying to never pa ako talaga nag-take. Gusto ko mag-take pero parang hindi ko pa na kung kailan ako mag-take. Pero para sa akin hindi siya guaranteed na makakaland ka. It will just be an added bonus for you. But then it's not really a guarantee that you can land the jobs for that. It's important that you understand your services that you should be offering to your clients. Yun yung basic talaga na kailangan. And then one thing is that yun nga sinabi ko, learn the basic accounting. Yung theoretical and how you are going to apply that. Like yung mga bookkeeping entries, bank reconciliation, identifying mo yung mga financial reports like ang balance sheet mo, profit and loss, cash flow statement, tapos maintindihan mo yung impact ng kada transaction. Kasi pag hindi mo naiintindihan, paano mo i-interpret yung financials, 'di ba? It's very basic yan eh. Yan yung basic talaga. Kahit hindi ka accounting graduate, kahit hindi ka CPA, kahit hindi ka, basta naiintindihan mo yan, makakapag-perform ka ng trabaho bilang real estate bookkeeper. Kahit bookkeeper, kahit hindi ka real estate accountant, it's very important that you understand these things. And then, third is to learn to become a problem solver for the company. Kasi syempre, di ba, kaya nga sila nag-hire ng mga accountants and bookkeeper is someone to help them to do the financials for them. Kasi if there's, kumbaga, marami di ba mga business owners that also doing their financials, sila na yung nagbo-bookkeeping, sila pa yung gumagawa ng sales, kumbaga, generation. And how can they concentrate on the revenue generation if they're also focusing on the financial side? So, syempre, that's why a good bookkeeper is really relevant to a company na makakatulong sa kanila. That's why we are here to become their problem solver. Kasi kailangan natin matulungan sila on how they can manage their expenses, how can they cost save, and then, create more income for their business. So, kapag ang target natin is within the revenue line of the company, malalan natin yan, makukuha natin yan, makuklose natin yan. And then, fourth is yung learning different real estate accounting software such as a QBO. Kasi may QBO na gumagamit din, may mga real estate companies na gumagamit din ng QBO. Meron din mga Zero, may Afolio, Buildium, MRI, and Yardi, and others. Maraming mga real estate na accounting software. Ito lang din masasabi ko hindi siya talaga requirement. Merong mga ibang kumpanya na kahit wala kang background, as long as you're, kumbaga, able and ready to learn, sometimes nagpapatraining yung ibang kumpanya. Pero kung halimbawa meron ka ng experience, edi mas well and good kasi kumbaga hindi ka na, kumbaga ito yung mga sinasabing less supervision na. So, kumbaga ikaw na yung, ang gagawin mo na lang is to really help the company to identify, para mag-internal audit ka na lang yan. Titignan mo na lang kung okay, saan may problema dito, may problema. So, mas more on dun ka mag-focus na, not only on the financial reporting process and then all the things that is necessary, but then yung process improvement na pwede mong matulungan yung kumpanya. Kasi kung alam mo na yung pasikot-sikot, okay, ito nakikita ko, dito kayo mas makakapag-earn ng revenue. Ito, pwede nyo i-add to sa additional, for example, sa property management, ang daming mga listed na pwedeng revenue, like, for example, late payment fees. Kasi before, although okay lang na yung iba nag-aano ng charge ng late payment fees, pero may mga ibang kumpanya nakakalimutan. So, parang pino-forgo. Pero kasi, what if kung gano'n ang lagi, dapat i-insist mo yan as part of your policy. Like for example, di ba sa mga kondo-kondo, Yung iba may mga dues, yung mga
Mhm.
membership dues or something like that, yung mga gano'n. Tapos yung iba yung mga pet fees, china-charge pa rin nila 'yan as part of the revenue. So puwede kang mag-create ng mga additional revenue na pwede mong matulungan yung company in order for them to generate revenue. Yung property management fees, kasi syempre like for example, it's a big property na tapos pinapa-manage lang sa inyo ng different owners. So syempre, pwede kang mag-charge off ng property management fees dun sa mga owners ng mga property na mini-manage nung company na hinahawakan mo. So yung mga ganong level. And then yun, kumbaga itong mga real estate accounting, these are actually tools that helps kumbaga mga accountants or even the business itself to really kumbaga it's emphasized on the para mapabilis or yung efficiency ng trabaho. Kasi kung manual naman, like for example, Excel yan. Although may mga kumpanya pa rin na nag-Excel, pero the point is, these tools are actually one way to help the business to manage effectively the the real estate properties, yung mga mag-o-onboard ng mga new tenants, para mag-offboard ka ng mga tenants na tapos na yung contracts. Tapos ito yung mga software din na nagso-store ng mga documents. Like for example, yung mga contracts, very important na contract. So, andoon yun. Tapos yung mga pag nag-a-apply sila, yung mga application processes, kasi syempre meron din yung mga magche-check pa sila kung pasok ba to sa financial requirement na magre-rent. Kasi sa US may ganun sila na
Yeah,
ini-screen nila yung mga
kina-qualify mo.
pina-qualify kasi pagka hindi kaya ng walang capacity to pay on a monthly basis, so ire-reject yun. So kumbaga, having this learning and having this accounting software is actually an aid for the business and the accountants to do their work effectively para mas makatulong sila sa business nila.
Yeah, medyo nawala yung connection ni Reg, no? But yeah, to continue, again, learning different real estate accounting software such as QBO. You need not have to be an advisor first before you can land a client, because I've had a lot of folks in the network na nagkaroon naman sila ng clients without those prerequisites pa. And you know, it's an added advantage, of course. So yeah, nothing to worry about. Huwag kayong magkaroon ng madaming, ang tawag dito, limiting beliefs, because there's a lot out there. So the average earnings naman for real estate bookkeepers. So this will really depend on how you position yourself to your prospective clients. I think this is the last slide. Yeah. So this will really depend on how you will position yourself to your prospective clients. So as a saying, you'll only be as effective as your clients allows you to be. So in an average, you can land a premium real estate at 35 pesos minimum, or can reach as high as $3,000 monthly retainers for real estate clients. You can actually land a six-figure digit client for so it's a real estate accounting and bookkeeping. So what I mean, one real estate client. So pwede kang mag six digit na. Remember this will depend on how you put value into your client's business. You know, if you're really someone who nakikita nila na yung value na binibigay mo is actually more than what your role requires, there's a higher chance na magkakaroon ka ng increase in less than months. Kasi sometimes we tend to expect that after a year magkakaroon ng annual review of your performance, something ganyan. Pero if as early as 2 months or 3 months nakikita ni client mo na, you know what, you really deserve better. Bangko lang. You deserve better. I mean, makikita nila yun na makikita nila yun yung value na binibigay mo is really more than the amount that they're paying. Lalo na makapaglan ka ng client na very generous, magbibigay at may bibigay talaga yan. Again, 35,000, this is just a basic or somehow the minimum here in the Philippines kapag nakapaglan ka ng mga clients, no? But I know folks na nagkakaroon ng six digits ng isang client lang. Nakakapag-land sila ng mga, itatago na lang natin sa pangalang Regina.
Marami diyan
So,
silent mover lang, 'di ba?
yes.
Marami diyan
And
silent mover lang talaga.
nothing is impossible when you really put value in the stuffs that you're doing. If you really put value in your work, um, a lot of possibilities pa. I had one client back in 2020 na nakita niya yung binibigay every meeting, nagkakaroon kami ng meeting every week. And then nakita niya na I can do more aside from the accounting and bookkeeping, binigyan na ako ng additional role. But before I accepted that, nag-offer naman siya ng additional din na na, na rate, and so I accepted that. So it's really something na tama yung statement dito na as a saying, you will only be as effective as your client allows you to be, and it will depend on how you put value into your client's business. Kasi pag nakikita naman nila, you're just doing the basic, I mean, you're just doing the daily thing na recording of the transactions, parang okay. But if you really have during the meeting, you will advise na we've been spending too much on this one. Maybe we can actually save more money if we can ganyan, ganyan. So magkakaroon ka ng kasi if you kapag nag-add ka ng value sa business and then nakikita naman nila na the business is actually saving more money because of what you have suggested, 'di ba? Makikita nila yung value mo is not just on the debits and credits and not just on the bookkeeping itself, the daily
Yeah.
tasks. So it really boils down on how valuable you are, not just on your role, but as a part of the business itself. Okay?
Yeah. Saka kasi ang in addition to that, Kim, kasi parang like for example, kung nag-start ka as a bookkeeper, okay lang yun mag-start ka And then, help yourself grow as well. Kumbaga parang,
Exactly.
you have to study things and then learn to apply it. And then, probably like for example, ngayon bookkeeper ka pa lang. And then, gradually nakita ng company na, uy, teka lang, mukhang something valuable ang contribution itong ating bookkeeper, or probably we can promote her into like a financial controller na. O di syempre ibang level na yun. Tapos kung halimbawa nag-aral ka pa, inano mo pa yung sarili mo, in-expound mo pa, pwede ka na ngayon magpag-deals kung how you would want your services to be recognized by the company. Pwedeng
Definitely.
magpa-increase ka ng rate mo, or should be an outside like kumbaga parang other retainers package yun. So kumbaga pwede mong i-negotiate yun sa company. So it's how you really put yourself into the company's parang kumbaga how you become more valuable to the company.
Right.
Yeah.
So last ano pala dito, last slide, we have the software tools used for real estate. This is actually part of the course. Nagkaroon kami doon ng parang videos and recordings on these tools and softwares like the MRI building. MRI hindi yung sa hospital na ang gamit sa medical it's a real estate property software. Buildium, Appfolio, very sikat yan. Yardi, QuickBooks of course, Zero, Rent Manager, and these are just one of the top softwares or tools. So
Yeah.
we still have a lot there. Like we
Yeah.
have ano pa,
Evolving.
ang daming pwede mong gamitan. And even Excel itself, it can actually produce
Yeah.
financials pag magaling ka lang.
Initially.
Right. So I think
And
that is
add ko lang din kasi
mm,
yung mga software tools kasi depende yan sa properties na ginagamit, na
right.
kumbaga gaano ba kadami yung volume ng properties. For example, if your properties is more than 20 na, tapos mahirap na yang i-manage. So I would suggest na gumamit kayo ng Afolio, ng Buildium, or ng MRIRD. Pero kung like for example, hindi naman yan mga minimal na properties yan, kasi syempre we also have to think of the cost of those tools. Like for example, I know some clients who use QuickBooks Plus, Online Plus, na ang ginagamit nila is to categorize the properties based on the classes. So kina-classify nila yung expenses, and then yung based on sa classes ng nung mga parang properties. So kumbaga ganun yung nagiging allocation nila. And there are also like QuickBooks Enterprises na medyo big na to mga parang pang NetSuite type na ganun. So it will depend kung paano gustong gumamit ng company. Pero these are just tools. Marami pa yan. Pero I think yung sa amin yung inintroduce namin is yung MRI, um, Buildium, and then a folio also nag-integrate kami nung parang sa live session. So, yeah, just to inform everyone. Yeah.
Alrighty, so we go with Q&A. Okay. So meron ako nabasa kanina, Reg, na question dito sa comment section. Sabi ni Ma'am Shoni Spirito, di po ba magkakaroon ng training or practice set on real estate business? If not yet, can we have chart of accounts with description so we're able to familiarize with the real estate accounts? So yes, we do actually have an existing chart of accounts, and we'll try to to better the presentation
Yeah.
of no, kasi sa batch 1 nabigay namin yun. And syempre, we do have revisions and improvements for the batch 2. In which batch 1, of course, may access pa din naman sila. So, yeah, Miss Johnny meron po. And practice set on real estate business. And not just that, actually, we do have a Q&A naman during the term, I mean the course itself, and we have
Yeah.
practice discovery calls on how to close clients
Yes.
sa freelancing.
And then actually yung kumbaga if they gonna subscribe dun sa ano, makikita naman nila yung ano natin some of the kumbaga paano natin pinakita yung introduction ng bawat um, what do you call that, accounting software like MRI and Buildium so that they
Mhm.
could get familiar with that. Except only for Afolio kasi si Afolio, wala siyang parang trial, free trial. Kasi you have to be, kumbaga, you need to have a subscription for Afolio. Sa
Right.
Buildium kasi, pwede kang mag-subscribe kahit na 14 days trial. So you can also have a navigation of the system itself.
Exactly. And another question pala, Reg, dito, sabi ni Miss Annalyn Ineria, I have UK Real as a client for leasing or rentals. We don't depreciate the building. Is it only for UK that don't recognize depreciation? O sa
Um,
pagkakaalam ko kasi, um, land has an unlimited useful life. So therefore, I mean, it's normal na hindi siya dinidepreciate. But buildings have a limited useful life, and gaap-wise, dinidepreciate talaga sila.
oo.
But in the UK daw, nabasa ko, in the UK, it is generally accepted that land will always have a value of at least the same price it was purchased for, if not more. For this reason, it is common for land yung sinasabi. And pero sinali nila yung buildings do not have depreciation in UK accounting. But yun nga, gaap kasi yung pina-follow natin. I haven't had a client na hindi nag acknowledge ng depreciation. Meron
I
naman.
actually not really familiar with UK real
Mhm.
estate. So I'm not sure kung sila lang talaga yung hindi nagre-recognize. Pero kasi sa understanding ko niyan, like for example, um syempre kasi 'di ba, iba naman talaga ang classification ng land at saka ng building. If you buy it like a wholesale or kumbaga one payment 'yan, you have to identify how much is the appreciated value of your land para maihiwalay mo yung value ng building mo. And then syempre kung coupled na yun ng mayroon ka ng ano, kumbaga syempre kung historical meron yan na depreciation value na yan, dapat i-carry over mo yung depreciation niyan
Mhm.
sa current recognition mo. Kasi syempre, ang normal life of the building in the US is 39 years ata, parang mga ganun. O, basta hindi siya 50 years kasi 'di ba dati 50 years yung recognition ng building. Pero ang parang ang sabi is parang is either I'm not sure if it's 39 pero yun talaga yung depreciated parang kumbaga yung life of the building. So kumbaga kung meron na yung previous recognition so dapat i-ano mo yun, i-recognize mo yun plus yung magiging ano kasi magiging undervalued din yung property mo kung hindi mo i-recognize yung depreciation kasi like for example ibibenta mo na yan may cost yung depreciation dapat makuha mo yung net book value nung building mo pag hindi mo nakuha yan paano mo ibibenta syempre pwede kasi magbabenta mo ng palugian o pwede mo ring kumbaga mag-overprice ka so if you know your pro assets value. Like, hiwalay mo yung land kasi land is actually based on appreciation. Eh. Hindi naman nagde-depreciate yan eh. But the building itself or the house, kung ano man yung tinayo mo doon sa land na yan, it should be depreciated. Meron yung dapat na calculation na depreciated para pagdating ng time na ibibenta mo na yung property, malalaman mo kung gain or loss ka ba. Kasi syempre may accompanying expenses pa yan eh. Pag makikita nyo sa all throughout the course, meron kami doon na parang explanation nung sa settlement of yung parang closing costs ng mga properties. Kasama yon kasi kina-calculate din yun eh. Hindi naman pwede na ibebenta mo ng kumbaga as is yung value niya na kumbaga let's say binili mo yung property 20 years ago, hindi naman yan yung value niyan as of now. Syempre, 'di ba, we have to know the fair market value of your assets. So para din hindi rin ka palugi o hindi ka rin overpriced. So I'm not really sure with UK. Probably we can research about that so that we will understand what's the kumbaga underlying concept why UK has this
Why they do not?
type
Mhm.
why they don't recognize depreciation. Yeah.
Hala, nawala si Rich. Sabi dito, hi mentors, is there a difference between accounting for advanced rental payments and security deposits? Or do you consider a total of both when you compute for the taxes? Well, I can only answer the first question though. Yeah, there is a difference between advanced rental payments and security deposits because on the security deposit side, they are actually not allowed na gamitin within the lease term. And the advanced rental payments, they can be used kapag sobrang gipit na talaga ng nagre-rent. So, ang pagkakaalam ko, security deposits, they are parang, hindi naman siya same, but almost the same siya ng concept ng back guarantee. Yung mga clients ko, so far naman sa experience, hindi talaga pinapagalaw ang security deposit. It's the term itself, it implies it's your security. Just in case magloko yung tenants, biglang nawala yung tenant, so you have that security deposit na pwede mong gamitin against the damages sa property. But the advance rental payments, medyo mas flexible siya. Like, they can actually use it. Like, for this month, sabihin ng tenant na, you know what, medyo gipit ako this month. I'll use the advance rental payment for my payment for the month of May. And it's fine. You can't force them not to use it because technically it's an advance rental payment that they have the option to use it anytime. But the security deposit, we don't let them
Um,
use it.
Yeah, add ko lang kasi yung advance rental payment in the books of the owner, that should be recorded as part of your liability.
Yes,
Liability ng owner to. Pero syempre sa books ng nagre-rent, asset niya 'yon.
asset niya
Kumbaga
yan.
kumbaga prepayments 'yun eh, prepaid rents niya 'yun eh. Sa security deposit ganun din 'yun, it's a liability din pero kasi para 'tong naka-escrow eh. Parang kumbaga you need to have a separate bank account for the security. Kaya nga sa real estate, it's important na hiwalay din yung mga operating bank account tapos iba yung account for the security deposit. Kasi in that way, makokontrol mo yung security deposit. Kasi minsan, akala nila, okay, pag halimbawa hindi na pa properly recorded yung security deposit. Tapos here comes na kailangan na ng tenant na umalis na at ano na, kailangan yun na ibalik ng owner. Siyempre, security deposit yun eh. Liability mo yun, babalik mo yun sa tenant mo eh. Importante na nakahiwalay ito. Kasi ako, no sa experience ko, even I'm using Appfolio before, nakahiwalay ang security deposit namin at saka yung operating account. Hindi siya magkasama. Yun yung ano niya. At saka, kasi ano to eh, yung sa pagdating sa Appfolio, yung trust reconciliation, para may three-way kasi na parang i-reconcile mo si Afolio using the trust reconciliation tsaka yung sa security deposit. So, very important to. Dapat nakokontrol mo to at na re-reconcile to in a regular basis para malaman mo kung intact pa ba yung security deposits mo for your tenants. Yung in terms of how do you compute, consider the total of when you compute for the taxes, hindi ko pa alam pa paano ko
Yeah,
sasagutin yung
same.
sinasabi mo sa taxes. Probably will check on that. Kasi hindi ako talaga nagko-compute ng taxes for some clients. Most of the time, we have third party for that. Yeah.
Alright.
Are there
Um,
any other questions pa? Yes. Advanced rental payments is actually deferred revenue, which is your
correct.
liability in your books. And security deposits is also a liability. Yeah. Pero ano to, liability sa rental owner sa, hindi to sa ano, hindi siya other asset. Other asset siya mako-consider kapag ang libro ng tenant yung pinag-uusapan natin. Yeah. When do you take up deferred tax assets and deferred tax liability? Probably we can answer this. We'll post your concerns about that. Hindi pa namin to na tatakal ni Kim. We'll have discussion on this sa deferred
Medyo
tax assets.
complicated tong tanong na to.
Oo, medyo
We
ano
can
to.
just answer this one right now because it has something to do with
Mm-mm.
wala siyang specific na ano kailangan namin itong i-research. Hindi kasi
Yeah.
Google yung putok. Alright,
Hindi ko,
so
ano ko to, hindi ako kasi nag-handle ng taxes eh. Kaya hindi ko rin to basta-basta masasagot. Pero kasi yung kung halimbawa from taxes kasi ano naman yan eh from time to time nagpapadala naman yung parang yung in terms of of US may governing bodies who actually issues the property taxes based on assessment. So yun regular yung
yeah.
matatanggap ng mga owners kung meron silang ano. Kaya importante rin na naka-escrow tong mga property taxes para kumbaga naka-set aside yung payment nila for the property taxes. Kasi minsan kung halimbawa ang ang operating account ng owner is nakahalo siya dun sa ibang mga like yung security deposit and then property taxes, there will be come a time na mauubusan ng pera yan. Magagastos niya lahat kung hindi nakahiwalay. Kaya nga dapat nakahiwalay yung mga accounts na importante like naka-escrow yung property taxes at saka yung mga security deposits kasi pag nako-commingle yan sa operating account ng real estate kawawa ang ano, magkakaproblema ng malaki yan. Kaya we don't allow to this yung mga commingling ng mga accounts pagdating sa real estate. It's very important na hiwalay siya. Yan. Where can we get clients in real
Ay,
estate?
madami. Madami.
There's a lot of platforms that you can actually um, search for real estate clients. Kaya nga sinasabi namin use the Google. There are also, platforms like Upwork, onlinejobs.ph.
And
You can
I
also
think
use LinkedIn. Yeah,
the course itself provides a module specifically in client
yeah,
getting. So
yeah,
we encourage you to yeah. So that's why we're here. We're trying to um, let you know the value of having the course because it has a lot of stuffs na that could definitely help sa freelancing mo when it comes to real estate accounting and bookkeeping.
yeah. In
Aside
addition
from
to that, kasi parang to sa module namin ni Kim, saka yung sa live session namin, pinapakita namin on how you will be able to, kumbaga, get the clients kahit hindi kayo pumunta sa platform. Kasi
correct.
importante na maintindihan mo kaya meron kaming ginagawang discovery call, parang magma-mock up kami nung discovery call para makita nyo, paano ba dapat ano ba yung mga questions na relevant para tanungin nyo sa inyong mga prospective clients. Kasi kapag nakita mo yung aming discovery call ni Kim, makikita mo, ganito pala dapat yung mga tinatanong ko para maintindihan ko yung pain points ng mga prospective clients ko. Kasi may mga ibang na hindi naman kailangan dumaan sa platform eh. Even ako, hindi naman ako active sa mga ibang platforms eh. But then, I find clients through the discovery call as well. Hmm.
Alrighty. So, yeah, I think 1 hour lang kasi yung budget na ano, like around 1 hour and 30 minutes na. 2 hours na to. Alright, so you know what? Please feel free to put your comments in here and we will be reviewing the comments naman and we'll try to answer as much answers that we have sa mga questions nyo. I think we have Coach Harry? Or Oh, Shari, pasok. Jo, is she still here? Oh, there you go. Ang aming napakagandang coach na nagbabakasyon ngayon. Nakamute ka po, coach. Maraming salamat nga pala, no, I'd like to acknowledge the viewers, the audience that we have today, because instead of choosing, it's weekend, guys, and you chose to be with us this afternoon. And aside from, well, kami nga ni Regina, after this, parang ikukutin namin din naman pag-enjoy yung weekend namin. Although si Regina has been doing weekends for quite a lot already kasi nasa Boracay since when?
Ha? 10 months
2021,
na.
di ba? Oh, wow. Mag-anniversary ka na.
Oo nga, parang kailan lang, no? Hindi nakalain na.
Iba ang
Kasi
glow
ako ng
ni
10
Madam
months.
Regina.
Dati, sabi
Na
ko,
nasa
1 month
Boracay
lang.
with her loved one.
Sabi ko nga noon,
Galing,
yung
galing.
1 month lang ako. Tapos hanggang sa
Oo.
na-extend na ako ng
Extend, di ba?
Actually, kasi malaking bagay yung dagat para
Yeah.
maging productive ka din.
Exactly.
Sabi kasi ng iba, baka naman nade-distract ka dyan. Sabi ko, well, may distraction talaga. Hindi naman nawawala yun eh. Pero, paano ka ba magpo-focus? Ikaw pa rin naman yun eh. Diba?
Yeah.
Kumbaga nasa sayo pa rin. Yun nga ako ngayon.
You can think all you want. Di ba, Reg?
Yeah. Distracted lang ako ngayon kasi may kasama ako. Pero pag nakabalik na siya, naman, go with the flow na ulit ako. Back to regular programming.
Okay lang yun. Yes. So, by the way, guys, we do have a few announcements here. So, regarding sa Rise Up Online launch natin, no? So, enrollment date natin will be April 25 to 29, and that will be next week, starting this Monday. Yan yung enrollment date natin. Reminder to join the wait list. I think there was already a link. Yeah, there you go. So, there's a link in there for the wait list. Once you sign up for the wait list, we'll be keeping you updated sa announcements and to all the details regarding the course. And to get an additional 30-day access to the replays, answer the form in the comment section, the one that we sent earlier, and to get the link and get the email with the replay links on April 25, 8 in the evening. Yeah.
Yes. So, ayun. Hello guys. Thank you so much for your time. Sobrang dami naming natutuhan. Ako din nakinig ako sa background. Sobrang dami kong nakuha ulit from you guys. So, grabe. Mga lodi talaga to. So, hindi niyo po talaga pagsisisihan. I mean, ako mismo talaga, ngayon pa lang sa discussion. Even yung first webinar nila, sobrang valuable. And then, add pa natin to, diba? Solid, guys. So, what if kung gusto, ano pa kaya kung sa loob ng Rise Up Online Learning, right? So, ayan, mas marami pang detailed discussions, yung mga activities na prepare ating mga creators, our coaches for the real estate bookkeeping. So, guys, hindi ko na patatagalin. Again, thank you so much, Kim, and thank you, Ms. Regina, para na ma-enjoy nyo ang yung weekend. So, ayan po. Thank you po. And yun guys, you can sign up sa ating Rise Up Online Learning waiting list. Okay, mag-open na po siya on Monday. So, 12:01 a.m. bukas na po ang enrollment. So, ayun. Thank you so much guys.
Have
a blessed weekend.
Thank you po. God bless and have a good weekend.
God bless. Bye.